300,000 years ago, there were no roads, no horses, no wheels, just two bare feet, and a body built to walk farther than almost any other animal on Earth. And somehow, using nothing else, humans ended up everywhere. Every continent except Antarctica. Every climate. Every kind of terrain the planet had to offer. This is the forgotten truth about travel. We didn't wait for technology to explore the world. We walked there first and figured out the technology later. In Laetoli, in modern-day Tanzania, there are footprints preserved in hardened volcanic ash. They're 3.6 million years old, left by human ancestors who weren't even the same species as us yet, walking upright on two legs. That's the head start. Long before tools, before fire, before language as we know it, we were already a walking species. And walking, it turns out, is a genuinely underrated form of technology. Humans can't outrun most animals over a short sprint, but over long distances, in open heat, almost nothing on the planet can outlast us. That single trait is part of why humans spread across the world before almost any other large mammal. About 800,000 years ago, something strange happened on the island of Flores, in modern-day Indonesia. Stone tools started showing up there, on an island that was never connected to the mainland by a land bridge, at any point in its history, which means someone got there by water. Deliberately or by accident, some group of early hominins crossed open ocean with nothing that modern archaeology can prove was more advanced than a raft or floating debris at a point in history so early it predates our own species entirely. Fast forward and humans made an even bigger leap, crossing into Australia and New Guinea, roughly 50 to 65,000 years ago, using simple rafts and dugout canoes. They had no compass, no maps. What they had was the sky, navigating overnight using the stars and the moon, and reading cues like cloud patterns, floating debris, and the direction of ocean swells to know land was near before they could see it. During the last ice age, so much of the planet's water was locked into glaciers that sea levels dropped, and land that's underwater today was exposed as dry ground. The Bering Land Bridge connected Asia to the Americas. Sunderland connected much of Southeast Asia into one vast landmass, turning what's now an ocean crossing into something closer to a long walk. Entire human populations moved into new continents not by conquering the ocean, but by timing their journey to a planet that was, briefly, arranged differently than it is now. Eventually, humans stopped traveling completely alone. Dogs, domesticated from wolves, became the first animals trained to help move people and cargo, pulling sleds across Arctic ice and snow, opening up some of the most hostile terrain on the planet to permanent human presence. Around 3500 BCE, on the steppes of modern-day Kazakhstan, a culture called the Botai did something that would change transportation forever. They climbed onto the back of a horse. Before this, travel speed was limited to walking pace. After it, a single person could cover in one day what used to take 4 or 5 days on foot. It's hard to overstate how much this single shift reshaped trade, warfare, and how far apart human communities could realistically stay in contact. And then there's the wheel, which, strangely, wasn't invented for travel at all. The earliest wheels weren't attached to carts. They were pottery discs used to shape clay. Someone, at some point, looked at a spinning disc and had the idea to put it on its side and roll something on top of it. Rivers had already been serving as ancient superhighways for millennia by this point, predictable, resource-rich, easy to navigate. But once wheeled carts entered the picture, and once roads started getting deliberately built to support them, entire empires became possible in a way they simply weren't before. So look at the full timeline. Bare feet at Laetoli, a raft crossing open ocean, a land bridge across a frozen world, a dog pulling a sled, a person on a horse for the first time, a spinning clay disc turned on its side. We didn't wait around for the right technology to go explore the planet. We went first, on foot, and invented the technology to go faster along the way. Next time you're stuck in traffic on your morning commute, remember, someone, a very long time ago, walked farther than you'll drive today with nothing but 2 feet and a reason to keep going.